Welcome to another episode of the Money Wheel Podcast. The journey to wealth starts here with your host, Don Shade.
Hello, my friend and future millionaire. Welcome to this episode of the Money Wheel. My name is Don Shade. You know, one of the things I want to take a minute here and just cover with you, I want you to be thinking about this as we move forward. It doesn't matter how much money you make if you're not happy with the business you're building. What I want you to look at is, what do you want the end product to look like? In other words, if you're offering a service, let's say you build a website or a sales funnel, or you help people do something that takes your time, a coaching product, what is that going to look like? And the reason I want you to look at it now is because we need to know exactly what your end product is going to be so that we know how many customers you can handle. Now, if you're selling a product that is straight up a digital download and there's no coaching, no access to you type thing, then it doesn't really matter, because you can sell 1,000 of them a day and it doesn't take any more of your time. Once you have it built once, all you do is keep adding content to increase the value of your product. But the people I'm talking to here are the people that are going to be involved in their business as far as you're actually going to be coaching your customers to help them through a process or whatever the situation may be. It's kind of like the business that Kris and I have. We actually get involved in building you an online sales funnel to sell your product. We take care of all the technical stuff. So what we've done, we've eliminated that excuse for people. Now, what we figured out before we started selling all that was exactly what it's going to take time-wise. And what we're looking at as far as how much money would you be satisfied with giving up your time like that? What happens with a lot of people is they'll start selling their product in the beginning, and it'll start out as a digital product. And then they'll see a money-making opportunity where they can put coaching with that product and allow people to have access to them and build relationships. And it starts out as a great thing until they pick up too many customers. Then they're like, oh, I have to turn this off. I can't handle, my business has grown too fast. I don't have enough time to deal with all these customers. And once you have a business up and running that is bringing a good income in, the last thing you want to do is put the brakes on. So what I want you to look at is what's going to happen from this point forward as how are we going to handle a lot of customers? Or do you have a set limit of customers that you want to deal with and you're fine limiting your income there? Some people do that, and there's nothing wrong with that. The only thing I want to do in this episode of the Money Wheel is make sure you know exactly where you stand and what your plan is. Now, remember, the number one thing is you're the person that needs to be happy with it. You need to be happy with the money you're making for the time that you're trading off teaching other people how to do what you do. This is just something to think about. That's everything I have for today's episode. We'll see you next time on the Money Wheel.
Thank you for listening to the Money Wheel Podcast. If you enjoyed this episode, please subscribe and like the podcast. For everything that was talked about in today's amazing show, go to moneywheelpodcast.com and get today's show notes, past episodes, and most importantly, you can connect with Don Shade on all his social media platforms. Again, at moneywheelpodcast.com. If you are just looking to email Don, you can email him at don@moneywheelpodcast.com. For a list of all our tools we use in our business, you can go to moneywheelpodcast.com/resources. Again, thank you for listening to today's podcast, and see you in our next episode of the Money Wheel Podcast.